What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Kai. I'm back with another one, and today I'm actually joined by the boy Ito, my boy, my homie. What's up? Say what's up.
Yo, man, what's up?
It was good. So we're going to be talking about the meta and basically just do a state of legends, pretty much part three. If I did, I ever do a second part? Yeah, we did do a second
And
part. Yeah.
yeah,
Um. Yeah. So we're just gonna be talking about that, pretty much talking about the banners, everything that's been going on in the game so far, and where we think Legends is heading, and just how we feel about the current state of the game right now. So currently, we can't talk. We can't ignore this. We got to talk about these banners, man. LF Future Gohan, man.
one of the
Definitely,
worst banners, man.
yeah, definitely probably one of the worst banners ever to release as far as value. Like, I don't know, man. The value just really isn't there. I feel like, no, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
I feel like Legends is definitely more and more thinking about because this banner is definitely solid for newer players, but I feel like
yeah, it's
Legends.
just like,
I feel like they don't show
mm,
love to the vets, man. I feel like they know that vets are smart
exactly.
enough to avoid certain stuff and are advising people to be like more smarter with Zenkais. I think they don't want that, so it's like you know what, let's do something that the vets ain't gonna be too happy about, and it's definitely this because the units that are on here, some of the units that are on here are just cool. I mean, there's some solid ones. Don't get it twisted, but they
Yeah,
definitely got some bad ones like Super 17. You don't want him. You don't want
exactly.
Rosie.
Like,
You don't want
oh my god,
you don't want fucking the
no
red
one's
18
Goten, like
red Gotenks.
also great. Like,
Red Gotenks is actually solid. And that's the thing, bro. This is a LF hybrid Saiyan, but they didn't even drop the transforming
yeah,
Gotenks and Trunks, who I actually think are still good. I really want, particularly the transforming Kid Trunks. He's crazy,
exactly.
bro. But they're nowhere to be found. Like most of the
That's
All
the
Star
horrible
units
thing.
are not on here. So I don't know why they do stuff like that. Like they would drop a unit that buffs a certain tag, but then don't drop some of the core units that they recently dropped to buff that tag as well. It's weird. It's definitely weird. It's definitely weird as far as how they do stuff like that. But maybe they have plans for him. So you actually have LF. I'm about to say Majin Vegeta for some reason. You actually have LF Gohan, LF Future Gohan. So just give your opinions on him real quick, since I don't
Uh,
have him. I've only fought against him.
yeah.
So,
I was saying like Future Gohan is pretty good as as a mid, kind of like a mid yellow unit
yeah,
for Future. Obviously, he's a bit tanky. Obviously, his his special move card
yeah,
and his ultimate card is really powerful.
yeah,
Obviously, they can literally kind of one shot some of like the units in the meta right now.
yeah.
Obviously, his green card is incredible, increasing like the disadvantage type to other units. Then obviously he has like that crazy ass barrier that I didn't know about. Obviously for
Yeah, the barrier.
for
I saw a clip of it
and,
right before his banner dropped. That's how I
and
knew about it. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh shit. And then I rewatched the fight. I was like, oh, he
then
did
he
keep
has
it
like
there. I didn't even
then
know
he
that.
has that endurance.
Oh, yeah,
And he
first,
also has that endurance
first hybrid
on his
with the
kit as well.
endurance.
So
Oh, keep going. I didn't
then
mean to cut you
also
off.
uh, his the ability is actually good. Obviously when you get into like probably like three
6 star.
stars or something.
Oh,
Obviously and also 6 stars as well, but like obviously you're not gonna
yeah.
pull him
Most
that
people
much.
ain't gonna have it pull him.
Um,
And that's the main thing I
and
guess
then
we need to talk about. Oh, you about to say something else?
yeah, I was like saying that his like at 6 stars, his the ability is really good for both unit that's in future and hybrid. So
Yeah.
they're definitely getting that extra buff. So
Yeah, I saw a video of somebody 600. I think it was Nina Kuba 600 him with a LFZ power. I was like, damn, that is one
Jesus,
crazy. That was one crazy Z ability. I think it's 32. I mean, we could just check it real quick, but um, particularly since we're talking about Gohan, and we talk about his banner pretty much. The major problem with his banner is obviously you guys didn't know the sparking tickets that they used to have on the banner. At least how they used to handle it. They don't have increased rates anymore, which they started introducing with Ella Broly, which is pretty much the biggest
yeah,
problem with
yeah,
this banner. It just decreases the value of like the thing is that it's that's why, like I said, like we already spoke about this because this is our third time recording this. why it's so hard to get super hype like how like it used to be back in the day with LS, bro. Because
Yeah,
these units come out and then they come out. There's a chance that they potentially could get overshadowed if you have them at lower stars by Zenkais, because Zenkais are just like just way more easier to save for, and it's way more easier to get. It's more easily attainable. It's something guaranteed,
yeah,
in particularly. And
they're also powerful as well.
LFs used to drop on some of the best banners in the game. They used to drop on step up banners. They were the best banners in the game, but step up banners, the way that they're
Mhm.
handling them now, you can't even call them the best banners in the game. Zenkais are the best banners in the game. And step ups are kind of losing
Exactly.
their value. So it's hard for us as a player base to get as hyped for these characters as we used to be back in the days. Because I remember when LF Gohan came out, like that was just bro. That hype of that
I
first
was,
LF hype, it was nothing like it, bro. When Super
uh,
Vegito came out, for their first anniversary, it was almost nothing like it. Nothing like it, bro.
exactly.
It
Oh my god,
it was nothing like
bro.
it. Even though his banner was trash, Super Vegito's banner was trash. LF Gohan banner was
Yeah,
pretty
exactly,
solid.
bro.
His banner was like that was the first time they introduced the LF. They were actually kind of generous, and I
Yeah,
think it
I
was
think,
like a 20% chance to pull them with
yeah,
Sparking
I think.
tickets.
Oh yes, yeah, I remember that. Uh,
Man, no, that was the golden age, man.
bring it back, man. They should actually bring it back. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
that shit brought me back.
That
So,
type of banner style
hmm,
needs to be back.
yeah,
Needs to come back
those
for
step
real.
ups and step up banners have gone through so many changes since the game has came out. I think
Exactly.
they gone
What
through
the
like what
hell?
6 step up banner models. I can't even sit there and break down all of them in the top of my head, but they've gone through a lot of different step ups. Some of them were solid, some of them were okay, some of them were just straight up bad. This is on the bad side. These new step up banner models that they introduced with LF Broly and LF Blue Vegito, LF Blue Gogeta, and continue with LF Future Gohan, they're terrible, bro. And for pretty much most of the player base, it's hard to us to get hype that we're not most likely going to walk away with the characters, and they can end up getting overshadowed by Zenkais.
Mm,
Potentially,
yeah,
some
yeah.
Zenkais can be hit and miss. It depends, right? And then used to be a time where LFs used to just come in and be straight god tier. I feel like as long as
Yeah,
Zenkais
like
are around, that's never going to happen. As long as they're this hard to pull, and Zenkais are around, that would never happen again. Those days are pretty much going to be over as long as like it's the game stays the way it is with Zenkai's these low rates. So there's that. Oh shit, my water. What you was about to say?
yeah.
Um, I thought you was about to say something.
No, no, I was like saying that I just feel like Zenkais are more usable right now. Like
Yeah,
obviously there's the time where like LF units like used to be great,
like don't
like
get it. Yeah,
usable,
yeah. No, it's
like
like don't get it
a long time
twisted.
with Zenkai. Like I remember in the second anniversary you had LF Vegeta Blue literally one shot in Zenkai Beerus. Like at
Yeah,
the time, I'm like, what the hell? I was like, as a green unit, and he's a Zenkai unit as well. I'm like, wow, that's actually so crazy. I just feel like they try to underpower Zenkai, no, sorry, LF units in some way because they want to try to promote Zenkai units more
yeah, yeah.
in
Like
that
yeah.
way.
I think Zenkai's they just make them more money. It's more. I ain't gonna say it's more money. I think it's a way to
Mm,
maintain stable revenue more oftenly or on more often basis because you can drop them at pretty much any time
yeah.
you want, and they're dropping them pretty much weekly to bi-weekly at this point. Sometimes they even do doubles and Kai. So I definitely think it's just a way to maintain a certain like amount of revenue. Like Legends make a lot of money, we know that, and I feel like they want to maintain
Yeah,
a certain
yeah,
quota. And Zenkai's is like the perfect way to maintain a certain quota, and
mm,
that's why I also feel like we've gone to so much of a step up meta as well. you've seen what it is. We've gotten straight step up banners for
Hmm.
pretty much almost 5 months straight, and then we got straight LFs for
Yeah, yeah.
3 to 4 times in a row for 3 months straight. So we are definitely getting to a point in the game where I feel like we're going to start getting more. I feel like LFs more often, but they're probably
Mm.
what was I going to say? We're going to get LFs more awfully, but we're probably going to be probably less popular characters getting LFs more awfully as well. Like
Yeah,
no,
but that's kind of, I feel like, to me it's kind of bad because I feel like
yeah,
they're kind of following what Dokkan's doing in that
yeah,
sense.
the
Like
formula,
obviously stuff like a,
yeah,
yeah, so
and
they
I
kind of drop like a Dokkan
yeah, I feel like they're doing that
that
as
are
well
saying like,
because no, I mean to
mm,
cut you off because the game is already
oh,
aging, obviously, and I feel like that's a way to
yeah,
prolong the game. Like it's a way for them to prolong the game. Already start like getting the player base adapting to the us getting
hmm,
LFs more oftenly. Um, pretty much in that fact. So that no, they can get used to all these elevators dropping, and they can choose if they want to skip or want to and then still have the Zenkais on the side to maintain revenue on the side alongside the step up banner. I feel like that's the way they're going about doing it because, like I said, Legends is going on 3 years old in just a couple months, and we ran through
hmm,
a lot of the big hype characters from pretty much all the main Dragon Ball sources. Don't get it twisted. We obviously still have a lot left, but
yeah, exactly.
we ran through a lot. Like we ran through most of the future saga stuff, Trump future
Hmm.
saga stuff. We ran through most of the Mabu saga stuff. We ran through a lot most of the Cell saga stuff. So all there
Yeah,
really is now for a couple other hype characters that we haven't released that haven't never been released before, and then we're going to get to a point where we're going to start getting reprints more often. Because, like I said, the game is
yeah, yeah.
going on 3 years old,
Right.
and I feel like reprints like may not really sit as well with the community, and it may not be as hype because So I feel like this is a way of them like looking towards the future, of like making sure that they can
Yeah,
maintain, I guess,
exactly.
I don't know, stable revenue, and even after they may potentially lose people after all the major hype characters are done. You know what I'm saying? So there's that as
Mm.
far as I had to take a stick of water. There's that as far as how
It's
I
like,
feel. It is a scary
yeah,
thought
I
because
just,
if they my bad, I don't mean to keep cutting you off.
no, it's cool, it's cool. It's just like I feel like Oakland had done so well with
Yeah,
their own
yeah,
journey as well, but they
hmm,
reached the 6th year anniversary.
yeah.
I feel like they have like a way to change up
Cause I want to say with
their
Dokkan,
banners, like they like change certain like stuff.
yeah. Hold on, wait. Yo,
Yeah, could you sorry.
oh, okay. You had one out for a second, but I feel like Dokkan with them, at least when you want to, if you want to do a comparison, I feel like the summoning aspect of Dokkan is a lot more enjoyable. I play Dokkan like for the LF step up or the guarantee LF not LF LR step up banner just a few weeks ago before I deleted it again. Um, I just did it because I wanted to summon, and I still get like a fun feeling every time I'm about to go in and go for summoning on Dokkan.
Yeah.
The summon aspect is just a lot more enjoyable, right? And with Legends,
Hmm.
it's like you summon, and I don't know, I be getting anxious and nervous when I'm summoning on Legends, man, because it's like, bro, you pull this unit, if you fight him, you might get like you fight him and you get clapped by the unit that you just went like 30K in for and you didn't get like that shit is not a good feeling. That's not a good. It's definitely not a good
Like,
feeling. So yeah, for sure. So I think that's what it is. The summoning aspect of Dokkan is probably the biggest aspect that they managed to capitalize, and they know how to capitalize off of hype characters a lot more. And whew,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, I feel like that's what Legends is kind of missing. They know how to do it to a certain extent, but they be hit and miss sometimes when it comes to characters, and it's because it's a PvP game. So obviously, people want to play to win, and they want the best characters all the time. And some people want
Yeah, yeah,
balance,
for sure.
but it's like, how do you find balance? Like, I don't know. I feel like Legends is always going to one up the next character, just because it's easier to make money that way. Like
Yeah,
realistically, I
yeah,
don't ever see them being just a point where there's just pure balance all the time. They always got to shake the meta up at some point because that's the
I swear.
it's how they make money, bro. It's a gacha game, bro. It's the only way they can make money because you're gonna summon for that
Yeah,
unit.
I
You're
kind
going
of.
It's a way to make units more enticing to want to summon for it because it's a PvP game. You want to win, so you want characters that's gonna make it easier for the win, no matter if it's broken or not. You can try and make it seem how it is. It's just the case, bro. Pretty much. So, yeah, it is that. So, you was about to say something?
No, they're saying that just like they don't want to make like the meta to be even like equal.
Yeah.
I feel like they want
Like,
to bring like one unit or probably like 2 units to kind of like shake the meta a little bit.
yeah, I feel like it's always going to be that way. Every time the meta starts probably getting too stable, it's like, all right, let's break the meta a little bit. Let's let them rage out. Let's let everybody rage out, and then that's probably
Right.
start working on other teams. The worst thing I hate
Yeah.
about Legends, what I really don't like, is that they start working on a team and then they would never work on that team for a super long time. They won't give a team a buff for a
Oh,
long
for
time.
real.
That
And
sucks,
that's a
bro.
really bad habit to have. Like
That
really
sucks.
bad.
Like you tell, like there are a lot of teams that they just don't really know really what to do with. Like teams like probably like the like not androids, but GT,
Mm,
because GT doesn't have that many characters. So
yeah.
if they go about handling their next few release characters that they have for them to use, if they handle them wrong, the team can very much
Hmm.
just be dead from that point on for a really long time. So I feel like that is one of the big things that I don't like about Legends as far as the state of the game. I feel like that's something
Yeah.
that's never going to change, but it does suck that they decide that they're going to show favoritism to one team at a time and they just sometimes just leave them stranded. But then there's teams like Fusions that always find a way to get an
Oh my
update.
god.
And then Fusions
Yeah,
like
exactly.
and then there's other
Oh my
teams that
god.
have way more characters but for some reason don't get updated as much. It's like, bro, this doesn't make any
Mm,
sense. I sense some favoritism, but it's Fusions. That's really not too surprising because it's Fusions, bro.
yeah, exactly.
People are always
Makes
going to
more
summon for
money.
Fusion. Yeah, so and they're always Fusions will forever be like always be somewhere in the meta at some point because they're always going to make them money. That's their bankers, right? So as far as that, so
Hmm.
we talked about the banners pretty much. We talked about the characters, the meta. What was the last one we talked about? Oh, the celebration, bro. The
Celebration.
celebration.
That's it. Like, are you talking about the first celebration?
Yeah, I'm talking about just celebrations in general and Legends, like how they drag these celebrations out and how they've been giving these celebrations with barely any content,
Mm,
bro. Like I think that's
yeah.
really the baddest thing about Legends, if more than anything, right? Because the celebration is the core of what makes a game, fun, right? You know what I'm saying? No, the events and stuff, there's stuff to keep you guys interested. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people lose interest. Like most of Legends, player base
Yeah, exactly.
is kind of
Yeah.
casual, which I didn't even know. I thought everybody was just hard. Like when you play PvP as a content creator, you just think, oh, everybody in Legends probably hardcore PvP players, or at least play it
So
often.
yeah, yep.
But I did not know that so much of the community were casual players until like I started really studying getting buzz on some of my older videos that blew up. And some people were like, yeah, I just want to do this and that. I'm like, bro, that team not even that good for PvP. They're like, well, I'm just a casual player. I'm like, casual. I'm like, damn, I ain't know so many casual players. So them having so many casual players and like their celebrations being so bad, it's just actually pretty insane because it really shows to why a lot of people kind of drop the game a lot and they'll pick it back up because they just can't really keep people's attention with how bad these celebrations are. Like I said, celebrations are the core of what makes fun these gacha games in general. Like, and if you mistreat them, which they've been doing for a long time, they definitely keep it real fun. I feel like once Legends start losing that appeal of no, this character's never been in the game, I feel like they really will have to start stepping up on how they handle their celebration because this is not going to be able to cut it
Exactly.
forever. Because like that appeal of oh, this is a new unit, it's not going to be here forever. The game is almost going on 3 years old. They've done a lot of the big popular characters already. There's still a lot
Yeah.
to go,
I just feel
but
like they need to Yeah, I just feel like you could add more, like, not like hardcore content, just like mid content. Like it's not it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be easy. It
Yeah,
has to be in the middle. Like honestly,
especially with how often they drop banners. You would think they would do that, but it's like, nah,
yeah,
they be leaving people out. They be leaving people out to dry. Like, bro, where's the content? Like
for real.
literally right now in the game, as we're making this video, there's nothing to do except grind the Android 21 Zenkai and play PvP. Like what? Like that's already killing the hype for certain characters upon release. That's why Future Gohan, it's like you use him a couple matches, it's like, all right, he's a good unit. Now, time to put
Yeah,
my phone down
exactly.
and lock my screen and go on with the rest of my day. It's like there's nothing else for me to do. I have no energy left, bro. I have no energy to grind characters, nothing. I'm
Oh my god.
finito,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
So I definitely feel like Legends is going to have to get more crafty and more unique with how they handle these celebrations,
It just,
especially if they want to drag
yeah,
them
to
how
me,
far as long as they're doing it. They got to. They
mhm.
got to because, like I said, that whole new character